Smart. Let's move on to some more smart students from our state. Before we begin our third match for the championship of 3A, we'd like to honor our third and fourth place finalists. In third place, we have Episcopal Collegiate, and in fourth place, Valley Springs. Now, let me introduce you to the teams for our 3A conference championship match between Haas Hall Academy and Centerpoint. From Haas Hall Academy, we have Gabe Edwards. Their captain is Connor Fridge, Aubin Payne, and Samuel Lipson. Their alternatives are Javian Walter, Pierce Hungate, Caleb Badabishba, Jade Despain, Hamad Mihal, Sai Saraganidi, Nicholas College, and Ethan Horton. Their coach is Ted Sowers, and their assistant coach is Corinne Despain. So let's hear it for Haas Hall Academy. And now to Centerpoint. We have Mason Thomas. Their captain is Samantha Burnett, Jared Alisi, and Justin Woodall. Their alternatives are, their alternates, I should say, are Zane Pedron, Hannah Diggs, Lenny Hampton, Keaton Goocher, Mark Francis, Grace Burnett, and their coach is Joanna Sutton. Assistant coach is Melinda Frizzell. Let's hear it for Centerpoint. Good luck to both teams, and we go over now to our quiz master, Steve Patterson.
Well, we welcome you here to the studios of AETN, and we're at our third match today, which is the 3A state championship. And so at the end of this match, we'll have our first runner-up in 3A and our state champion, and two teams that have dominated the 3A in the last few years here with us again today. This is going to be a great match between two great teams. So we're excited that you could be watching either here in the studio, or maybe you're watching at home, and you're going to see a great match here in this 3A state championship. All right, Haas Hall, Centerpoint, are we ready to go? All right, judges, here we go with our first toss-up question. What kind of electric current reverses direction? Samantha?
Alternating.
Alternating, right. Math computation for number 2, and that means we'll put 20 seconds on the clock and give you a chance to answer this math. A school of 1,000 students is made up of 57% females. If 10% of the females are absent, how many females? Samuel?
57?
No. How many females are present? Justin?
513.
513 is absolutely right. Good job. All right. Question number 3. Name the English writer whose works include the novels Of Human Bondage. Aubin. Okay.
I don't know.
Samantha.
Mom.
Mom. Good job. Somerset Mom. Number 4. This German Nazi leader and field marshal, Jared.
Erwin Rommel.
No. Commanded Hitler's stormtroops, founded the Gestapo, and mobilized Germany for war. Name this man who committed suicide after being sentenced to death at Nuremberg. Gabe.
Hermann Göring.
Yes. Question number 5. What compound tissue in vascular plants helps provide support and transfers water and minerals? Connor.
Xylem.
Xylem is the correct answer. All right, question number 6. In what quadrant of the Cartesian coordinate plane are both the tangent and cosecant functions negative? Samuel.
The second quadrant.
No. Centerpoint. Jared.
The third.
Well, the fourth would have been the right answer, the fourth. All right, question number 7. Name the arm of the North Sea which lies between Denmark and Norway. Gabe.
Bering Strait.
No. It is the Skagerrak. All right, question number 8. Identify the powerful, realistic Richard Wright novel which tells the story of Bigger Thomas. Aubin.
Native Son.
Native Son gets you the points. Very good. What name is given to a geometric figure that is drawn around another geometric figure? Connor.
Circumscribed.
Circumscribed. Very good. Question number 10. Name the chemical element number 80 on the periodic table. Mason.
Mercury.
Mercury. Good job. All right. Halfway through the round with question number 11. In 1709, this Italian who built musical instruments, Samantha.
Cristofori.
Cristofori gives you the points. Good job, Centerpoint. All right, question number 12. Name the Samuel Richardson novel written in letter form that tells the story of a maidservant who avoids seduction and is rewarded with marriage. Samuel.
The Handmaid's Tale.
No. It is called Pamela, subtitled Virtue Rewarded. All right, the next question is, this island in the South Pacific was uninhabited until the landing in 1790 of the mutineers of the HMS Bounty and their Tahitian... Connor.
Pitcairn Island.
Pitcairn Island. Good job. All right, question 14. What 3rd century Greek mathematician, physicist, and inventor discovered the principles of specific gravity? Samantha.
Archimedes.
Right. Question 15. This C.S. Forrester novel, set in Central Africa in 1915, tells the story of missionary Rose Sayer and Charlie Allnut, a riverboat operator. Identify this novel, which was made into a movie. Gabe.
The African Queen.
Yes. All right. Question 16. This man won a Pulitzer Prize for his book, My Experiences in the World War. Name this commander of the American Expeditionary Forces in World War I. Jared.
Pershing.
Pershing is right. Good job. Question 17. What doctrine equates God with the forces and laws? Samantha.
Pantheism.
Pantheism is right. All right. Math computation, for the next question. All right. We'll put 20 seconds on the clock. Convert the decimal number 57 to binary notation. Samuel.
1 1 1 0 0 1.
You're right. All right. Question 19. In 1967, surgeons removed the healthy heart of a 25-year-old woman who had died after an automobile accident and placed the heart in the chest of a 55-year-old man whose own heart was damaged. Name the man. Samantha.
Bernard.
Bernard. Christian Bernard. Good job. All right. In his Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, this author tried to imagine the psychological motivations that drove a black minister to lead a bloody slave revolt in Virginia in 1831. Identify this author of the Confessions. Aubin.
William Styron.
Styron is correct, and that was the last question in round 1. So, if there are no challenges, then at the end of our first round, our score is very close, as we knew it would be. Centerpoint in the lead, 90 to Haas Fayetteville's 80 points. Now, do we have any substitutions we'd like to make? We're good on Centerpoint. We're good over here, so we'll go straight to round 2. And Samantha, the captain for Centerpoint. Connor, the captain for Haas. Hopefully, we'll need y'all to answer some bonus questions here in just a moment. But first, we have to get a toss-up question right, so here it is. At 6,684 feet, what North Carolina peak, Aubin?
Mount Whitney.
No. Is the highest east? Justin?
Mount Mitchell.
Mount Mitchell gets you the bonus question. Good job. Samantha, Justin's earned you a category called French Artist. French Artist. It says identify the French artist that created the following paintings. The Stone Breakers.
Courbet.
Yes. The Rehearsal.
Degas.
Yes. Card Players.
Cezanne.
Yes. And The Gleaners.
Millet.
Very good. All 4 correct for a total of 30 points on that question. Nice. All right, we have 3 bonuses to go. Let's try to get it with this toss-up question. Identify the William Ernest Hensley poem which ends with the line, "I am the master of my fate." Gabe.
Invictus.
Invictus wins you a bonus called Australian Capitals. Connor? All right, tell the capital of the following Australian provinces. Western Australia.
Perth. Yeah.
Perth.
Yes. South Australia.
Queensland.
Yeah, I think
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
No. Adelaide.
Okay.
Adelaide.
Yes.
Nice.
Queensland.
That's something.
Sydney.
Is it Brisbane maybe or Melbourne?
No.
Answer, please.
Darwin.
No. And Victoria.
That might be Brisbane. But
Yeah, or Melbourne.
Brisbane.
I don't know.
Brisbane.
Answer, please.
Brisbane.
Brisbane was Queensland, and Melbourne. Melbourne was Victoria. But you got 2 right, so you got 20 points on that question. Good job. Now let's go back to both teams with this toss-up question. What English clergyman and chemist shares the credit for the discovery of oxygen? Aubin.
Priestley.
Priestley. Joseph Priestley. Very good. All right, you've earned a bonus called UN Secretaries General. UN Secretaries General. It says tell the nationality of the following men who have served as Secretary General of the United Nations. Okay? Trygve Lie.
Swedish.
Swedish.
No. U Thant.
I think he's Cambodian maybe. Yeah.
Cambodian.
No. Kurt Waldheim.
German.
yeah, I think so.
Okay. German.
No. And Kofi Annan.
He was. No, he was like Nigerian maybe.
Yeah, go with Nigeria.
No, I'm not sure.
South African.
And answer, please.
Nigerian.
He is from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
Which I guess is Ghanaian. And then Trygve Lie, the first one was Norway or Norwegian. U Thant is from Burma. And Kurt Waldheim is Austrian. But you were very close in all of those, but you know we have to have the exact answer here, don't we? All right, so you got 10 points on that question, and here's a toss-up for both schools. Ready? It's math computation, so get your pencils out. We'll put 20 seconds on the clock and ask you to answer this. David had $45 to spend at the farmer's market. After buying 6 watermelons, he had $25.50 left. How much did each watermelon cost? Samuel.
$3.25.
$3.25. Good job. All right, so you've earned the final bonus, and that bonus is called twos, T-W-O, twos. Identify the following geographic pairs. All right. 2 countries on the Iberian Peninsula.
Portugal and Spain.
Spain and Portugal.
Yes. 2 countries on the island of Hispaniola.
Dominican Republic.
Haiti and the Dominican Republic.
Yes. 2 U.S. states with the longest coastlines.
Florida and California.
Okay.
Florida and California.
No. And 2 landlocked countries in South America.
Bolivia. No,
Paraguay.
South
and-
America. Paraguay and Bolivia.
Paraguay and Bolivia. Yeah.
Paraguay and Bolivia.
Yes. The one that you missed, Alaska and Florida. Alaska and Florida. But you got 25 points out of the deal, and you've taken us out of round 2. That was an exciting round. Both teams did very well in the second round. At the end of 2, Haas Hall Fayetteville has taken a slight lead with 135 and Centerpoint with 120. Coaches, any challenges on our bonus questions here? All right, I want to make sure. All right, I'm going to read our lightning round categories to you. The team that's slightly behind, Centerpoint, you'll get to pick first of our lightning round, and then Haas Hall, you can take one of the 2 that are left. All right, category 1 is Pulitzer Prize winning authors. Identify the author of the following Pulitzer Prize winning works of fiction. Category 2 is planets and their moons. When given the name of a planetary satellite, tell the planet it orbits. Or you might choose category 3, Asian capitals. Given the country, tell the name of its capital city. Teams, you have 1 minute to make your decision.
Well, this is
Yeah.
a really calm set of students.
It is, and you noticed that a minute ago, and the reason for that is because both of these teams are from seasoned programs. Centerpoint's been here many, many, many times. Sammy Benjamin coached them for a long time. Haas Hall has been here several times. Matter of fact, Haas Hall is trying to double up. They're liable to be back-to-back championships because they were champions last year. So that's what you're seeing. They are methodical. They're listening
very methodical.
very, very carefully. They're not too aggressive, but aggressive enough to try to get ahead of someone else.
And
This
strategic.
game will be very, very close.
Those are some difficult categories, though.
They are, but there's a couple of them there that I think both of these teams would have an opportunity to run it.
If you were coaching, which?
Yes, if
what
I
would you
were
select?
coaching, I'd say there were two there. The Asian capitals could get a little bit weird because of the countries being changed around a little bit, and some of the capitals have been changed too. So I would think that one might be a challenge. But the other two, from what I know the history of these teams,
Planets and their moons.
yes.
And Pulitzer Prize winners.
That's right. And I think there's a very good possibility we might see a team run one of those.
Would
Now,
love
they
to
may
see that
surprise
again.
me. They may have someone up there that's on geography that they will grab those Asian capitals, but I think it'd probably be the other two.
Well, Centerpoint dove right in and ran a bonus round in a
Yes.
very impressive way. So
Yes.
they may have this in them today.
That's right. That's right. Both of these teams have a depth of knowledge, a lot of it. And they're very good. They've practiced enough. They know how to be aggressive and not over-aggressive. If you're over-aggressive, what'll happen is you wind up throwing the question to the other team because you give a fragmented answer, then the rest of the
Without
question
hearing
makes it
enough
easy.
of it.
Yes.
What about
yes.
the alternates? Well, we can talk more
We're
about
gonna talk
those
about those
because I
later.
think
Thank
they're
you.
ready to play the 60-second round. Steve?
Thank you very much. We're back to our very exciting 3A state championship between Haas Hall of Fayetteville and Centerpoint. And Samantha, your team got to pick first in the categories, and you chose Asian capitals. And then Haas Hall picked second, and they wound up with Pulitzer Prize winning authors. So, Centerpoint, we're going to let you go first, and then Connor, you be ready in case there are any bounce backs to give. And Samantha, when you're ready to give an answer, look at me and speak
I
loudly.
designate Jared as captain for this round.
Okay, for this round, Jared's going to be our captain. So Jared, when you're ready, make sure you look at me and speak loudly because I'm pretty far away from you. All right, I've got 1 minute on the clock. It says, given the country, tell the name of its capital city. Bangladesh.
Dhaka,
Yes. Cambodia.
Phnom Penh,
Yes. Oman.
Muscat,
Yes. Saudi Arabia.
Riyadh,
Yes. Georgia.
Tbilisi,
Yes. Laos.
Vientiane,
Yes. Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur,
Yes. Myanmar.
Naypyidaw,
Yes. Tajikistan.
Dushanbe,
Yes. Cyprus.
Nicosia.
Nicosia, yes. Very good.
Thank you.
Just checking with you on that. Okay. All right, very good job. Now, I don't know if our folks at home know the rules of play here for Quiz Bowl, but if a team gets all 10 questions right in a lightning round, then they get a 20-point bonus. So good job, Centerpoint, and an amazing job there. Now, Connor, you have the opportunity to do the same thing on your side. But Samantha, just in case, you be ready for any bounce backs over here. All right, Connor, you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to put a minute on the clock, and it says to identify the author of the following Pulitzer Prize winning works of fiction. All right, here we go. The Road.
Defer all questions to Aubin.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yes. The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay.
Michael Chabon.
Michael Chabon.
Yes. The Shipping News.
Annie Prue.
Yes. The Sympathizer.
It's not Catherine Porter, is it?
Porter.
No. The Hours.
Cunningham.
Yes. The Orphan Master's Son.
Is that Eudora Welty?
No. All the Light We Cannot See.
That's Doer.
Yes. The Goldfinch.
Tart.
Yes. Andersonville.
McKinley Cantor.
Yes. One of Ours.
That's Willa Cather.
Yes. All right, well, they did an excellent job, 8 right, so 80 points added to Haas Hall's score. Samantha, they did have 2 to pass over to you, however, and one of those is called the sympathizer.
Win.
Win, yes. And the other is the orphan master's son.
Johnson.
Johnson, right. So 20 more points added to Centerpoint score. So if we don't have any challenges, and we do not, all right. So we're at the end of round 3, what we call our lightning round, and a little change of fortune there in that round as Centerpoint has taken the lead 260 to Haas Hall's 215. Now, coaches, would we like to make any substitutions? We will make some substitutions for Haas Hall, so we'll take a short break. Well, welcome back to our 3A state championship game for 2017. And as we knew it would happen, this is a very exciting match between Centerpoint and Haas Hall Fayetteville. And 50-point game right now, 5-question game between these two teams with Centerpoint in the lead. And we have 1 round left, 20 questions remaining. They're 10 points each, so they're 200 points up for grabs here. All right, Samuel has rejoined us over here for Haas Hall. Good to have you back. And let's go ahead and begin our final round of play. Ready? All right, here we go. What battle fought between Vietnamese revolutionaries and France? Jared.
Dien Bien Phu.
You were right. Question 32. This man was one of the first to send telegraph signals through the air via radio waves. Aubin.
Marconi.
Yes. We'll do a math computation question next. All right. To the nearest degree, what is the degree measure for the exterior angle of a regular heptagon? Jared.
90 degrees.
No. Samuel.
51 degrees.
51 degrees is the answer. Good job. All right. Question 34. What narrow pass between Afghanistan and Pakistan? Connor.
Khyber Pass.
The Khyber Pass. Good. Question 35. This man's works criticized the Soviet regime and he was imprisoned and exiled. Gabe.
Pasternak.
No. In 1953. Identify this author of Gulag Archipelago. Jared.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn.
Yes. Question 36. This American artist's works depicted ordinary scenes such as city streets and country roads, restaurants, movie theaters, lighthouses, storefronts, and bedrooms. Name this painter of Nighthawks. Samantha.
Hopper.
Yes. For what do the letters in the vaccine DPT? Aubin.
Diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus.
Yes. We will do a math computation question next. All right, everybody ready? Ava rides her bike 35 kilometers north and then 10 kilometers east. How far is Ava from her starting point? Answers, please. Samuel.
39.
No. Samantha.
5 kilometers.
No, it's 5 square root of 53 kilometers. All right. Well, that's what they get for making us do kilometers. And this is America, right? All right. Question number 39. This man, born Tafari Makanin, changed his name to one meaning power of the Trinity. Name this Ethiopian emperor. Samantha.
Haile Selassie.
Yes. This musical group has received the most Grammy Awards in the history of the Grammys. Name this group led by Bono. Gabe.
U2.
Yes. All right, question 41. This Lew Wallace classic novel, Samuel.
Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur, yes. All right, identify the wealthy member of the Jewish Sanhedrin in Jerusalem who allowed the body of Christ, Samantha.
Pass.
It's right there on the tip of your tongue, Samantha. Who allowed the body of Christ to be placed in his own newly carved tomb following, Gabe.
Joseph of Arimathea.
Yes. What name is given to any organism whose cells contain a nucleus? Samuel.
Eukaryote.
Yes. Question 44. This NFL player's decision to sit during the pregame national anthem, Jared.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yes. Identify the Greek astronomer and mathematician whose table of the lengths of chords in a circle is the earliest surviving table of a trigonometric function. Samuel.
Pythagoras.
No. Centerpoint? No, it's our old friend Ptolemy. All right, John Steinbeck said of writing this novel, I have been in training for this all of my life. Gabe.
East of Eden.
Yes. What name was given to the group of Democrats who criticized President Lincoln's administration during the American Civil War due to their total opposition? Aubin.
The Know-Nothings.
No, to the war. Dustin.
Copperheads.
Copperheads, good job. In chemistry, what process, which occurs at temperatures and pressures below triple point, takes place when a solid changes into a gas? Connor.
Sublimation.
Yes. Math computation for question 49. All right, we'll put 20 seconds on the clock, and here we go. What is the perimeter of a rectangle, of a rectangular floor, which has an area of 270 square feet and one side of length 18 feet? Samuel.
66 feet.
66 feet is right. Question number 50. Give the name of author Mary Ann Evans. Gabe.
George Eliot.
George Eliot is the correct answer. Coaches, challenges? Any challenges? Well, that was an exciting match, one of the most exciting that I can remember here at AETN. So at the end of our 3A state championship with 335 to 320, Centerpoint is the 3A state runner-up. Haas Hall Fayetteville has won the 3A state championship. Congratulations.
A lot of racing hearts
If you
in the
did not
studio.
enjoy that game, you could not enjoy Quiz Bowl. That was
Right.
fabulous. And the last two questions. And I have seen them do it on the last question, but both of these teams were calm enough and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, they were coming in early. Haas Hall, when they were behind, had to take some risk. The risk paid off. It was an excellently played game.
Very
Excellent
smart,
game.
calculated risk as well. But
Yes.
you could feel the tension beginning to rise in the
Yes.
studio and hear the racing hearts. But
Sometimes
the
you
teams,
have to tell players, trust the knowledge. What that means is go ahead and get on that buzzer and trust that you're going to know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can get it down to just two choices, you know, get on the buzzer, especially if the game is this close, because all it means is one or two questions, and right there at the end. Haas Hall did not give up until all the way
no,
through
they
the game.
did not give up. They hung
No,
in there because during the lightning round, things changed.
Yes,
And the
yes.
momentum shifted to
Yes.
Centerpoint. So
But
it was
there's
quite a
200
game.
points out there on that last quarter. It was just a wonderful game.
was.
And
It was a
either
great-
team
great
could have
match.
won this game. Either team. This was just a wonderfully played game. Very well coached.
Let's go back to the set for the awarding of the trophy and the check with Debbie Adams and Kelly Holt.
Wow. I'm out of breath here, so give me a second. Two great teams, two great traditions, two great programs, and the last question. Centerpoint, you did a great job this year, and you're going to get $1,500 for academic excellence. Congratulations.
Here's the cashable check. That's the important one, and here's your trophy. Congratulations, you did an awesome job. Got it?
And Haas Hall. You guys have got the big check. One last question. Congratulations. Job well done. $3,000 for academic excellence, and here's this check. Make sure you give that to your coach.
You want to, I don't think you can do that. I'm sorry. We're going to have to do this a different way. Okay. We got it that way?
Okay. That's...
You got a lot of hardware here.
There you go. You're welcome.
Congratulations.
And this MVP race was really tight between these two, between Connor and Samantha, and we literally couldn't write the check until the last question or two were answered. But it was Samantha Burnett that wound up being the MVP, and you can collect a little more here. There you go. Not sure how you can balance that all, but
need an assistant.
An outstanding match. And now for the 3A All-Tournament team members. Let's go back to Carolyn.
All right, and now we have the All-Tournament team, which besides Samantha, definitely includes Connor Fritsch from Haas Hall. We also have Samuel Ree of Episcopal Collegiate, Jack Carney of Episcopal Collegiate, Jared Alisi over here from Centerpoint over there, wrong side, Henry Holtkamp from Green Forest, Noah Raby from Cedar Ridge, Remy Wells from Charleston, Jared Barnell from Paris, Ambrette Veach from Manila, Brooke Hendricks of Glen Rose, Ike Irvin from Mountain View, Hayes Prince, Gabe Edwards is right here. Sorry. Gabe Edwards is Haas Hall. Hayes Prince, the next fellow on the list, is Mountain View. Brennan Ashmore from Genoa Central, and Max McCowan of Drew Central. A pretty good list of 3A All-Tournament players. Congratulations.
Maybe you're wondering what happens as all of these Quiz Bowl players get to know not just the way the game is played, but they get to know each other. Let's take a look.
Today at camp, the kids get to come in and compete more individually. They're going to come in and they're going to take an individual test of general knowledge to see how strong they are, or maybe their weak areas. We're going to grade those tests today, and then we're going to place the students in mixed teams. The goal of the camp is to allow the students to individually explore their strengths and their weaknesses.
Most of our kids have never done a Quiz Bowl competition before, so I'm hoping that this introduces them to the whole process.
I try to push the vision how cool it is being a nerd, and they're not necessarily nerds here, because everybody's about the same. They stand out at school, and not always in a positive manner, and just channeling that energy into something that's fun is the experience I want them to have.
It's a lot of fun for the kids. It's a lot of fun for them to compete with each other to see who knows the most. And you're always surprised at the things that they do know.
I expect this camp to provide them some individual growth.
We do practice games every week after school, so they know about toss-up questions and bounce backs and stuff like that and scoring. but they haven't actually competed with other schools. So I'm hoping that this will be a good introduction to how it works when you're competing against other schools.
When we have after-school practice, it's just that they come in after school and they set up the buzzers and we have games prepared and we just practice games. At the beginning of the year, we spend a lot of time researching so we can create games. But now for actual tournament days, the way we prepare for that is they go to bed early because most of our tournaments start at 6 o'clock in the morning if we're traveling. And I don't allow them to eat an unhealthy lunch. If you eat an unhealthy lunch, if you eat a bunch of sugar and starches, your brain shuts down and you get tired and you're not as quick on the buzzer, you're not as quick with answers in the afternoon.
I emphasize fun. We want to win, it's fun to win, but it's more fun to have fun with your friends. So we just have fun at practices. Quiz Bowl is loving the kids and loving their minds and seeing how their minds work and seeing them develop into adults who have confidence.
I really love the camaraderie. I love that the kids learn to take risk in front of other people. You know, when you're a teenager, you're so self-conscious, and at Quiz Bowl, you have to take a risk and take a chance on, was my answer right or not? Am I going to be criticized for it or not?
Quiz Bowl is a chance, I think, for the kids to be themselves. And that's always important at the junior high school level. They're all going through puberty, different hormones, and learning different things about other people. And I think this is one of those times where they, individual, but it's a bonding experience for them.
I think it teaches them a lot of character and strength and confidence in themselves to be confident in their own knowledge.
I think that it helps with a student's sense of self-worth to find something that they're really good at. And a lot of the students who are really good at answering off-the-wall trivia questions aren't your basketball players or your cheerleaders. And so it's really cool for them to have a team that they can belong to.
I think this is a time for them to actually decide what they want to do in life.
I'm really appreciative of AGQBA and the support that they give the schools and the whole program statewide.
It's a wonderful bonding experience for the students. Before we begin our fourth match for today to determine the winner of the 6A championship, we would like to